You made the switch to the starting lineup there, and obviously got a 23-point win. What kind of went into that decision?
Well, it's, like I told these guys, it's not a demotion for anyone. It's us being able to get you look at the analytics of all this, the games that we've played so far, and you analyze all your best lineups, and ironically, our worst lineup was our starting lineup, and it wasn't because of those. It wasn't any of things they were doing wrong. It's just the flow and the positions and the synchronicity of that group wasn't right. You looked at like Andrew's stats in about the last 5 games. In the first 4 minutes of the game, he got 0 shots. And when you're playing Andrew Meadow, and everybody in our program, every player knows this, and the more shots he can take, the better. That kid can make baskets. And so we were kind of wasting a lot of minutes there with him. And then, with Dylan and Omar and all these bigs that we have, they were kind of unsure of where to be with each other. Because, sometimes Dylan's strengths are around the basket. Omar's strengths are, within 10 feet of the basket. And so they were kind of stacking on top of each other. So I think it's just, we're still settling in. But I like the feel of it, and we got some dynamic guards out there, adding Julian and Alvaro together, and didn't lose anything shooting-wise because the way Jules can shoot it too. So, you see this all over the country, like I said, and this is what I was talking about when I said when you have 8 guys that weren't in the jerseys last year, there's going to be some figuring out, and that's what we're still doing, and it's not going to end. That has to go on for a long time.
Do you think Andrew and Dylan kind of thrived in that?
They did. And, I just felt like Dylan was so close to having 20. I mean, he just had a couple, so he's getting better and better and better. And, like I told him, I said, would you rather play more or would you rather start and play more? So any guy would. And so I think it helps him, get it. And tonight was a tough defensive assignment for him because we were switching everything because they were so small, and they put 5 in the perimeter, and that that can be hard. But I thought he did a great job.
His last 2 games in the game, in particular the championship, I know Tyson maybe wasn't himself or he struggled a little bit. He comes out tonight, doesn't miss a shot, 7 for 7 from the field, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. It was kind of aggressive early. I mean, it's a team to do what you want to do. How much do you need tonight's Tyson?
And I had zero concern about that. We all know. He's my security blanket, too. Even in games like this, because you want those other guys to have success. And when they're out there on the floor with Tyson, he makes everything work. There was a time when Dylan gets switched on a point guard. Tyson knew it. He's in the gap to help Dylan so the point guard doesn't drive. And I'm not knocking any of our other guys, not saying they couldn't, but Tyson he's one of the best in the country at figuring stuff out for us and at both ends of the floor, and it all works. And there's a reason he's my security blanket that way. And but that was a good night for us. We needed a game like this, and we're getting more experience for some young guys that I think Chris is making big progress, and Chris is going to be a great player. It's just one step at a time, and tonight was big because he had 3 assists, no turnovers, and made some we need another dynamic guard like that, and he can be that. So, guys are settling into their roles. R.J. Keene with 7 rebounds, great energy off their bench, So that's the trick to having a great team, is everybody understanding what their roles are and then being able to play those, become stars in whatever those roles will be. And we're getting better with that.
Liam, you said the starting lineup, it wasn't your best of your mates. But like guys like Bowie and Buchanan, it was their first start at this level. Just how do you think they even handle just everything around start?
Yeah, that's why I feel good about tonight's game, because there's always a freshman, his first start, and JB, his first start coming from NAI. So there's going to be some nerves and some. So it was good that we were able to play through that and get a win like that.
And just what can you say about Al? I mean, he's just been a constant for his team, it feels.
Yeah.
Season so far.
10 assists in how many? 29 minutes? Is that my eyes are bad?
One turnover.
Yeah. Yeah. But the assists are what, because he had some other ones that, I mean, when you get 10 assists, you probably had 5 more that were, if the guy makes it. It seemed like he had a couple more of those. So what a great point guard he is. He makes everything go, and he defends, and he's just getting better and better too, because he's adjusting. As much experience as he has, it wasn't here, and so he's adjusting to our style and his teammates also.
We've seen some teams, like Nevada had a week off and came out
Yeah.
and struggled last night. I guess just with the way the last game went and the break, were you get all just nervous, were you kind of hangover tonight? Or?
Well, that's what I talked about. You see it all over the country, the island hangovers, and whether you go to an island but you go to these tournaments and you come back from them, and there's a lot of travel, there's a lot of stress that goes into 3 games in 3 days. It's something, and I was proud of our guys because we had 4 hard practices where we made progress, and now we'll have a day off, and then we got a great Washington State team coming in on Saturday. I mean, what a weekend for Boise. I mean, how cool is this? That Boise, Idaho. I'm saying this is the biggest event in the history of the great state of Idaho since the 1949 potato drought or potato famine, right?
Saturday's game or-
Both. The whole weekend. We got Friday night. We're playing for the, all the marbles and all that stuff, and we're on national TV, and then you turn around the next day and you got CBS here with their A string, and, that's pretty cool. And we need to make these environments look amazing. We need to sell these tickets for Saturday and get that thing full, because it's the first time, the nation gets to see our team on national TV like this, and it's the first time voters get to see all those things, and what great fans we have. I want that to show up on TV, and so we need you out there Saturday, and there's some tickets available, and they're going fast, so grab them and let's go. Let's fill that place, because it's a neat environment and a great place to watch a game when that place is full.
You guys in the first half, 70% from the field. And
Yeah.
Al said, he felt like you guys left a few shots out there. Could have
Yeah.
been better. Just, how encouraging is that when you have that great stats, and then you're like, well, we could even be better.
Right, that is, and that that's the beauty of these guys. We all have a high standard, and they have a high standard for themselves, and so there's a lot. Yeah, there's things we're going to improve on, and we're going to, every time out, we want to make a big jump, because that's who will be there in the end. The selection show is not December 5th or December 4th or whatever. There's so much, so much games to be played, and so many things that can happen that we just got to keep grinding and keep getting better, and then enjoy every opportunity we get to play with each other, because it goes quick. I mean, these guys work so hard in the off season, in the fall, and that these things are precious, and you got to enjoy them.